Hey guys, what's up? My name is Vince from LT Upgrades, where we showcase budget items for this quarantine season. And due to popular demand, we'll talk about the NVISION IP24V1, the IPS monitor that you will like. Stay tuned. What's up? I'm here right now sa balay nila Nadine because it's her birthday! Happy birthday, Nadine! Now, if you're new here and you're constantly looking for budget items to elevate your work from home or chill setup, go ahead and click subscribe and that thing on the side so you'll be updated. I hope everyone is doing fine today because I'm excited to share with you a recent upgrade that I got for my setup. And it is by far the best item that I've had over the course of this season. And that is the NVISION IP24V1 IPS monitor. I'm excited kasi sa mga di nakakaalam, my very first video for this channel is about a monitor still from NVISION, which has traumatized me from buying a cheap monitor. My experience with the XC24S was not good at all. If you want to know why, you can check the video in the description. And that being said, you can expect that I'll be partly comparing this monitor with the XC24S. Now, if you're a gamer or content creator, stay tuned because I'll impart to you the unboxing experience, my first impressions, and the reason why I love this monitor for content creation. And also, I have a friend to help me out on the gaming side. And hopefully, from those, malalaman nyo if you should have this as your daily screen or not. Now, I bought this monitor for 4,750 pesos from DFE Davao, which I would like to thank because they delivered the item the exact date I ordered the monitor. Now, quick specs. This monitor is 24-inch, has 75Hz refresh rate, an anti-glare IPS panel which supports 1080p Full HD resolution via VGA or HDMI, and a 5 millisecond response time. Now, for a monitor like this, it's already a win because you won't really see any other IPS panel out there, which is this cheap. The box is generic with the brown colored carton na may print lang ng name ng monitor and its features. Inside the box, we have the monitor stand, HDMI cable, and power supply, which is kind of cute for me because it's so small. Attaching the stand to the monitor is simple. You just simply attach the feet to the neck with a screw and then press this to slide it up the bottom of the monitor, and then you're good to go. From the box, I was not that surprised given the fact that I loved how the XC24S looked because it was slimmer than this one. Plus, it was curved. However, things shifted when I set it up next to my PC. I was amazed how beautiful the panel is. I noticed the colors of the screen from my laptop are reproduced exactly the same in this panel. The reds, the greens, the blues, even the contrast and the saturation, it's almost the same, which is a huge thumbs up for me because my PC has quite a decent color accuracy for content creators. Although I don't really have the tool to measure how accurate the IP24V1 is, judging with my eyes, if you are checking this out as a content creator, you will absolutely love it. It also has slim bezels, even slimmer than what my laptop has, and a nice chin with a simple painted logo. Another plus is its anti-glare feature, which may help diffuse any light bouncing into your monitor. So if you're a streamer and there's so many lights around, the screen could definitely handle it. Now, one thing to note though is that the panel is really bright. So bright that I had to use a third-party app just to control its brightness, because using just the NVIDIA control panel and the buttons at the back is not enough. Now, speaking of buttons, the controls at the back of the monitor is slightly better than the XC24S because it's got actual labeling. Another concern I have is the placement of the ports, which is very near to the bottom of the monitor. Now, I'm not a fan of this because you won't be able to completely hide the HDMI cable if you decide to mount this with a riser or monitor arm. Now, sa backlight bleeding naman, you really won't notice any, at least not in my panel, but I believe this will not be a huge thing for this panel kasi you have to turn down the brightness, which may remove backlight bleeding if there's any. I didn't really notice any dead pixels or other issues from this monitor that may hinder me from my work. And isa pa, the way the lights are emitted here, hindi siya masakit sa mata. I was able to work for very long periods of time at hindi sumasakit ang mga mata ko. Even watching movies with this monitor, it was an enjoyable experience. Overall, from a productivity point of view, this purchase is napaka sulit. Now, before we go to the gamer's point of view, I want to shout out to Eman, the man behind this cool logo. He gave it to me for free to support this channel, and I'm grateful because it's not every day to get something free of charge from pros like Eman. Just take a look at his work right here. Just awesome work. He's a genius in graphics designing. I love you, bro. Thank you so much for your support. And also, sa lahat na sumuporta ng channel, we keep getting positive feedback from all of you guys. And hopefully, you will continue to support the channel so we can review more budget items na pwedeng gamitin ng lahat for your individual setup. And also to my friend right here, who's gonna help me provide his thoughts about the IP24V1 as a gamer. Just give you more reference and a better review. So Icy, take the floor, bro.
Alright, got you covered, bro. Hey guys, I'm I, and sinend ni Vince sa akin yung monitor para ma-check kung okay nga ba ito for gaming or hindi. And since he's gonna compare it to NVISION XC24S, I'll have mine slightly in comparison with the NVISION GT24R18, which is my primary monitor, yung ginagamit ko ngayon. So first thing I noticed from the box, it looks like I prefer the curved look of the G24, but I love the chin of the IP24. It's slimmer. It really looks good. So, although I don't like that it's only stuck with one angle for your screen, you can only tilt it up and down, but you cannot pan it sideways. So pwede mo namang bilhin ng VESA mount ito because it's VESA compatible as well, the same as with G224. That's what I like with NVISION now. Most of their screens are VESA compatible. This monitor too does not lose any color the viewing angles, which is important in most games, but it is really important on content creators if you are editing pictures or editing your videos. So this is really good. So it's one of the best IPS panels out there in the price range. Although, if I have to nitpick, I just don't like the brightness of the screen out of the box. If you leave it by default, the blacks are not gonna be that deep, unlike what's produced by the G24. Out of the box, G24 is so crisp on the black, which is to my opinion one of the best VA panels out there too. Speaking of colors, mas halatang vibrant talaga ang colors na na-reproduce ng IP24 kumpara sa GT24. Given na it's an IPS panel, however, the G24 overpowers the IP24 with a refresh rate as it supports 144Hz versus the 75Hz of the IP24. Although, if you're just a casual gamer, so it doesn't really matter. I was able to use it for an ample amount of time, and playing with this, to my surprise, is not actually that bad. Given na 75Hz lang yung panel niya, I was thinking kasi na I won't be that satisfied because I'm used to a 144Hz refresh rate of screen, refresh rate with the GT24. But again, to my surprise, okay lang. To a casual gamer, it's not really that comparable to 144Hz. But most of us, or most of the gamers out there, says that once you go 144Hz, you'll never go back to 75Hz. That's what they say, and I guess at some point or at some games, it really does matter. For example, if you're just playing MMORPG games, or for example, Dota is one of the MMO games out there. So if you're just playing Dota, League of Legends, those role-playing games, some of them, you won't really notice anything with the refresh rates. But if you are playing FPS games, it would really matter. CSGO, Apex Legend, Valorant. Also, I've been playing all those games. I've been grinding with Apex Legends since it's a new season and with a new agent. So it's really good though if you're using a 144Hz, and you would notice it if you're playing back and forth with 75Hz and 144Hz. If you go back and forth with it and you're playing Apex Legend, you would really notice the difference. Especially with CSGO and Valorant, because those games are frame rate dependent or frame rate hungry games. It's an edge if you have a 144Hz, but again, it really depends on your skills, bro. I can't really help you with your skills. If you have a 144Hz and you're just gonna say to me, I'm still not winning, bro. Check your skills. I'm just kidding. Going back though, so the resolution is really okay, which is a good standard for a 24-inch monitor. 24-inch is the standard for most FPS games, so it's really good if you're just playing FPS games. No, wala namang screen tearing, any ghosting or blacklight smearing na nangyayari with my place over with this. It's a good panel for casual gaming if you ask me. Also, overall, this is a good panel for casual gaming if you ask me. You will notice a difference lalo na if you're playing for FPS games, but if you're only playing MOBAs, say Dota 2, again, that's what I said, RPG like Witcher, di mo na siya mapapansin. The response time is actually fine too. It really depends also on the screen, but most NVISION screens are really good. From 6 milliseconds to 1 millisecond response time, already really good, in my opinion though. Di naman naapektuhan yung gaming experience. That much, I will still be able to win multiple matches. But then again, check your skills if you're not winning. Although, it's much more pleasant to game in a curved panel with a G24. And yes, you can tell there's a difference. You will still be able to enjoy your gaming experience with the IP24V1. I guess it boils into just preference. That being said, if you play a lot of FPS games and very competitive kayo, if you have access to a 144Hz monitor, it's best kung yun ang piliin ninyo. But if you are on the right budget, pwede na ang IP24V1 sa inyo. And that is it for my part in the gaming side, guys. If you have any questions, just ask Vince. He knows so much about this screen. Alright, thank you guys. See you again.
Awesome, bro. I totally agree with you. Now, as a gamer, the only downside for this is its refresh rate. I'm able to tell as well kasi the panel of my laptop is 120Hz, which is a lot smoother. But di naman ako ganun ka-hardcore gamer, so it's not really a big deal for me. At least, di rin naman siya standard 60Hz. It's a 75Hz panel. So, okay na rin yun kahit paano. I'm just hoping now na tumagal siya sa akin at mas ma-enjoy ko pa siya ng mas mahabang panahon. Like her. Although I saw this review on YouTube and they have a segment testing the durability of this monitor, and so far, it held up for them. You won't believe what they did there. Go ahead and check the video if you haven't yet. It's a nice reference too. Now to sum it up, the NVISION IP24V1 IPS monitor is an extremely affordable gaming monitor that offers good color reproduction, decent refresh rate, and cool aesthetic that could blend in with any setup. And if you're thinking twice if you should buy this monitor or not, go ahead and buy 2 of this na lang so your thinking twice won't be in vain. And that is it for the video. If you do like it, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my budget gears na pwede niyong gayahin for your setup, feel free to subscribe. And if you have any questions, anything, just list them down below and I'll surely answer it for you. Abangan niyo po ang next video ko. It's something special because for the first time, we'll be having a sponsored video. Yeah! Only here at LT Upgrades. And again, my name is Vince. Until the next upgrade, see ya!